Alrighty guys, how's it going today? This is going to be the first video in a little while. Beg my part. But, you're probably wondering, what the hell am I looking at? Well, there you go. You're looking at my desktop. Now, I'm doing this video because... Oh, I'm sorry buddy, I forgot your freaking name and I was just looking at the comment like 2 minutes ago. I beg my pardon. Whoa. Come on. Alright. This guy. Zoom in on his name here. Whoa. This guy. Now the reason I'm doing a video for him is because he's got this problem. He's got that video card. That there is a 550 Ti. Now, his question to me was what motherboard, processor, and RAM and what have you that you're going to need. Hard drives really doesn't matter. So, I'm going to answer that for him. And I'm going to give you a quick run around of my system. Laptop's over there. It's not being used all too much. Now, my system consists of, underneath that lovely heatsink is an AMD 955 Black Edition. It's a Phenom 2 quad core 955 Black Edition. It's still running stock right now. I haven't really played with the board all too much. Now, I do up here, way up there, right there, whoops, wrong way, is a Corsair H60 Hydra Series water cooling. I had it on there for not even 20 minutes. And I'll tell you why. That air cooler there, which for the record is a Cooler Master V6 GT, kicks ass. It outperforms that cooler up there like you wouldn't believe. That cooler, had it on there, stock everything, sitting in BIOS, it was doing like 44. And I was like, no thank you, that's too damn hot for me, because if I put a load on that, it's going to go over 50. It might actually even hit 60. So, that sucker, sitting in BIOS, doing absolutely fuck all, 35, 36, something like that. Yeah, I like that one a lot better. So I went back to my air cooler. That's actually the stock AM3 fan that comes with your heat sinks. It actually comes with these guys. Oh crap, where'd I put it? I think that's what fell the other day. Yeah, it's fell. Comes with the stock heat sinks. I got it sitting there because it's blowing air onto the Northbridge chipset, because that sucker gets a little warm on this board. Down in here, kind of hard to see it, but there's 4 sticks. There's actually 16 gigs of RAM in there. Kingston HyperX DDR3 1333, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, 1333. Yep. So I got those on sale. That hard drive here, the bigger one, is a 2 terabyte Seagate Barracuda 7200, and the one sitting beside her is my free Seagate Barracuda 7200 250 gig. And that's my Windows drive, and that's my storage drive, and then I have my DVD-ROM. Then I have my EVGA 550 Ti. Now the motherboard, kind of hard to see it, everything's in the way. However, the motherboard, I got it on, kind of on sale, it was kind of cheap. And it's the manufacturer. I haven't really liked a whole bunch of their stuff, and I know there's going to be at least one person out there that's going to go, oh my god, you bought one of these. But so far, it's actually been a really great board. I haven't had any problems with it whatsoever. So it's actually an MSI. Yeah, here we go. Oh my god, you bought an MSI. It's an MSI 970GA, I believe. I think that's what it is. Let's see here. Let me grab. Yeah, it's a 970A-G46. Now there's two versions of this board. This is the updated one. There's the G46 and then G45. And let me get you off here. Get this out of the way. And let's see if I can show it to you. Down in here, there's your power rail. And that power rail is actually bigger on this board than it is on the other one. Same with the north bridge. Oh shit. That is underneath there. And the south bridge never changed. So, and then back here is my 550, I think it is. I can't even remember. Yeah, I believe it's a 550 Thermaltake TR2. So, but yeah, his question was, what power supply, motherboard, what have you, processor, is you going to need to support that? And I basically straight up told him, I said, dude, really it doesn't matter all that much. Of course it does. I had a 430 Thermaltake TR2 that I was running with that card, and I was pulling some juice. I was maxing out the power supply with my quaddy and the board and everything else. Keep in mind, when you're getting a board, doesn't matter if it can support SLI or Crossfire or what have you, but it needs to have at least one PCI Express X16 slot. That's almost standard on every single board now. You can't really find much that, unless it's a really old board that has an AGP. I mean, you can still buy them, but I mean, it's got an AGP or just all PCIs. It doesn't have any PCIe, let alone an X1 slot. RAM really doesn't affect the video card all that much. Actually, I don't even think it does at all. I could be wrong. Processor, you're at least going to want to run at least a dual core. Single cores are out of the question. Even some of the early dualies are pieces of shit. I've got a back here, back down there, that's an Intel Pentium dual core E2200. And I had that card in there for a little while and it ran great. Not a problem. See here, power supply. Yeah, that's a good one. That one over there's got a, I think that one's a 450. I can't remember. Now the 550s do pull a bit of juice and they do get kind of warm. So I've already reheat pasted mine and I've got the temps down a little bit, but they do pull a bit of juice. Like I said, I was maxing out my 430 pretty easily, especially running Furmark and Haven and shit like that. Like I said, if it's just, if you're not going to be doing a whole too much with it, a 550 or 500 will be just fine. If you're going to get a SLI configuration, you're going to want to bump it up to, well, depending on how much power your board pulls and your processor, and the list goes on and on. Your drives, how many opticals, how many hard drives, etc., etc., etc. If you're like my system, it's a gaming rig. It'll do most of what I get it to do. Reason I got all that RAM in there is for video editing. Like I said, a 550 will do just fine for what I'm doing. Now, it all depends on what you're doing. If you want a high-end gaming rig, get like an 800 or an 850 or even a 1000 watt if you want to future-proof yourself. But a mainstream 550 to 750 will do you just fine. Anything under 500, you're not going to do any gaming really, because you're just going to max out the power supply so quick it's not even going to be funny. And then you'll be out buying a new one anyways because you blew it up one night trying to play freaking Call of Duty or some shit. No, I don't play that. But anyhow, hard drives, doesn't really matter. Optical has absolutely nothing to do with it. Board, kind of. All depends if you're going to want to run SLI or not. Want to run SLI, you're going to need more than one PCIe slot. Like I said, you're going to need at least one X16. If you have two X16s, that's fine. You can run SLI, they'll probably run an X8, which will get your X16. That's fine. That's not an issue. Like I said, my system, I've probably got about, let's see here, the board was 90 bucks, the video card was 155, the processor was 125, the cooler was 60 bucks, the power supply was 50 bucks, the RAM I spent, I think it was $45 for all 16 gigs, I'm pretty sure. My optical drive was $25, I believe. That 250 gig, which is my Windows drive, I got for free, so whatever. And my 2 terabyte I paid, I believe it was 110. And this is about 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, or something like that. But anyhow, yeah. So you do the math. I probably got about $600 bucks, something like that, somewhere in there. Now, like I said, that's a decent rig. It does what I need to do. And like I said, if you noticed right away, I don't have a case. I'm not running a case at all. It's just an open, test bed basically. There's a couple reasons for it. When I was running that system over there, I ran that for a little bit, and that system would hit 50 quite easily. I mean, Intel's run hot as it is, but it would hit 50 quite easily. That sucker under load, that was just idle too, by the way. Under load might hit 48 because the fans kick up, right? So I mean, it might hit 48. Doesn't really break 50. So that's another reason why I run open bed. You get better airflow than having it in a case. Some people beg to differ. I mean, you have your own opinion, but then I just have my 19-inch widescreen. But so yeah, I mean, that's basically my system. It's nothing much. It's nothing major. It does what it does. Also keep in mind with your board, if it's 24 plus 4 or 24 plus 8 or whatever. This one's a 24 plus 8, 8 pin. So I mean, it's got 24 main and then 8 pin auxiliary. I tried running it with just 24. This one didn't like it. Yeah, I got to have the 24 plus 8 plugged in. So I have had one board where it was a 24 plus 4, and I just had 24 plugged in, and it worked just fine. But this one, I guess, was a little picky. But anyways, that's basically my system, and hopefully this answers your questions. Take it easy, guys.